Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? The brand new ShadowScythe General class is in the game. I'm actually in a room with one, right? Well, I was in a room with one. The Blood Red ended. I was in the room with one. There'll be footage of Blood Red PvP against ShadowScythe General at the end of the video if you guys want to see that. But let's start up the video. Alright, this isn't a news video. This is just a video on the new class. There'll be another news video later on today if you guys are looking forward to that. So that'll be later today. So, ShadowScythe General got announced and is now, we're seeing info on it. So here's a video of combat with the class. You can see he's stunning and also hitting for 4,000 damage to multi-target, or doing 4,000 to the target he's locked onto, and then another extra damage to the other guy right there. So pretty good looking class so far, being a multi-target class. So after this was tweeted, so we got to see the combat for the class, which I was going to talk about in the news video, but we got a lot more information. I think I got kicked out of Blood Red. We got a lot more information on the class after that. They did a design notes post about it. I haven't read through this design notes post. I read like the first 2 skills. So this will be my reaction to my genuine reaction to these skills and stuff like that. So it says right here, 1 week before it starts telling you about the class, you'll be able to use this class if you're a member tomorrow. So that's pretty cool, and you can fight against people, against the testers in Blood Red, like I'll show at the end of this video, right now in the game. As I'm recording this video, I don't know, I think they're doing it at 5 p.m. Server time. There'll be a bunch of testers on doing it, but right now they're still testing it. So the class is PvP focused for group PvP, which means Blood Red Brawls. That's the only place you can do group PvP. So your Undead Rebirth straight up prevents paladins and lightcasters from getting or giving several other auras. Outside of PvP, we also wanted to hold its own as a farming class, and we gave it some of the best sustain out there. This class has serious sustain, like Void High Lord levels of sustain. I PvP'd against it, a class that normally hits for, I'll show you what my class normally hits for right now. So here's normal combat with Abyssal Angel, probably my favorite farming class. So you see I'm hitting 2k, 9.93, 1,000, 1,000. So my class on average hits about 1,000 damage with the multi-target. I spam multi-target 3 skill for combat, 2k. So I hit like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, or sometimes 900 if I hit a low hit. So that's what my class normally does, and you'll see at the end of the video the PvP footage I'll include in this, that I'm barely hitting like 300 on a good hit against this class. So yeah, that is true. It does have some of the best sustain out there. That's definitely true. I recommend enhancements or Lucky Hybrid. By powers of Noxus, you have been reborn as Undead General. Paladins, Lightcasters, and even High Lords tremble at your dark presence. Gather your undead army and take what is rightfully yours. Strength, intellect, and endurance. Mana regen. ShadowScythe General doesn't use mana. They gain power from submitting their defenses to consuming shadows. So getting hit, I guess. I don't really know what that means, but I guess we'll find out. Auto attack is Shadow Slam, deals damage on hit and grants a stack of consuming shadows, which increases the damage done on all skills and debuffs. Your damage resistance by 4% for 20 seconds, stacks to 20. Also applies overwhelming shadows to your target, reducing their haste and damage by 10% for 2 seconds. What? That auto attack is straight up ridiculous. As far as PvP goes, and as far as anything goes, that auto attack is insane. That's insane. That's probably one of the best auto attacks I've seen in the game. Like the amount of debuffs you're doing and the amount of buffs you're doing to yourself with just your auto, that's a little wild. So your rank 1, your first skill would be Disperse of Shadows, or it's called Shadow Blast. Disperse of Shadows and blast the dark energy, dealing damage up to 6 targets, has a 50% chance to petrify them for 1 second, which is a stun. Applying 3 stacks of consuming shadows per target hit, and also gain Rush of Unlife, which increases your haste by 40% for 8 seconds. 40% haste for 8 seconds? Wait, what is 1 sec. Alright, I was gonna try to compare it to another class, but it's really hard to find numbers on haste and stuff like that. That's a lot of haste. That is a lot of haste. Alright, rank 2, Bone Picker. Rips the bones right out of your enemies, dealing damage to 6 targets That's a whole team in Blood Red Brawl. And a stack of Consuming Shadows also applies a stack of Undead Assembly, which increases your damage done and healing by 10%. So not only is your auto attack increasing all your skill damage, but your rank 2 skill is also increasing your damage and healing by 10%. So from your auto attack, you're getting 4% per hit for up to 20 stacks of 4%. So you're getting up to an 80% boost to your damage done by all your skills and debuffs on your enemies. And then you're getting another 10% on the second skill. So yeah, this class, we don't know what the base damage is, but it seems pretty nuts. We saw it hit for 4k there. You rebuild yourself applying an HOT the last 4 seconds, so 4-second HOT. Your Undeath creates an aura of decay and prevents up to 6 hostile targets from healing for 4 seconds. What? That's nuts. Applies a Shadow Seal on your enemies, which blocks your enemies from applying the following auras. And then, yeah, a bunch of different auras that different paladins have, I'm sure. Light classes and paladins. Shadow Seals last 10 seconds. So you're basically deleting skills for 10 seconds off certain classes there, and also applying a 4-second HOT. That's pretty nuts. Although the HOT right here is doing 60 for 4 seconds, so that isn't that great, but we'll have to wait and see till we actually get the class, see what the HOT's like. With the amount of damage resistance, it wouldn't have to be a big HOT to make it work. So your rank 4 increases your damage resistance to a max of 80%. What? Increases damage resistance, so 80% DR. And prevents 10% damage resistance debuffs. Increases your hit chance by 30. What? So the class, I don't know what the base hit chance is, but if you're adding 30% to even a 50% hit chance, like, the class basically can't miss. 80% damage resistance to a max of 8. What does to a max mean? I guess, is damage resistance calculated on each hit? Maybe? I don't know. But 80%, 10% of the resistance debuffs. Wow. Okay, so the 5th skill. Explode in a void of darkness deals massive damage to your primary target and less damage. So that must be the skill we saw where it hits 4k. I'd imagine that's what we saw right here, was the 5th skill popping off with the 4k right there. Which 4k isn't a lot of damage in AQ, but with a multi-target class, that's a good deal of damage in a single hit. Damage is increased by consuming shadow stacks and consumes those stacks. Damage also applies. Also always crits. Damage always crits and can't miss. Also applies crippling fear to all enemies hit, decreasing their dodge and hit chance by 30%. All enemies hit, decreasing dodge chance and hit chance by 30%. This just sounds like the most broken PvP class I've ever heard, and a rank 10 passive is increasing your crit chance by 20%. A 20% crit chance increase off a single pat. This class just seems straight, like, we already have VHL, so, like, yeah, I think they're trying to top that with they're trying to top Void High Lord for a PvP class right here. Wow. Yeah. So you're gonna see combat of the. I've been talking for 8 minutes about this class. My opinion on this class. I'm definitely gonna try it tomorrow. I mean, I'm excited to try it. It seems like an insane class. It just seems like there's nothing that can stop it. I wish they would put a little thing like, here are the classes that are supposed to counter this class, but I don't think those exist. I don't think there are counter classes like, what do we use against something that just makes you miss and makes you take a lot of damage? I don't know. That has an insane amount of damage resistance, makes you take more damage, makes you miss more. Like, what do we do against that? I don't know. You know, decreases your dodge chance and makes yeah. Whew, all right. Seems wild. Sure, it'll be brokenly OP. Yep. All right. Well, that's that'll be a good class to have for Blood Red. And if you don't have it in Blood Red, you're pretty much just dead. So yeah, seems right. I imagine fighting a whole team of these in a Blood Red Brawl would be a really fun experience. Very balanced, fun experience if you're trying to use any class that isn't it. So it's a similar situation to Void High Lord. Alright. At least from reading this. We haven't tried the class yet. Maybe if we try the class, it'll seem a bit better. Alright, so I'm going to cut to the combat with the class, or against the class. And that will be the video. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like if you like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. And there'll be a news video up later today. Thanks for watching. Peace. Alright, there's a tester in Blood Red, like they said there would be. ShadowScythe General right there. Let's see what we can do. I'm using Abyssal Angel. Probably not a good class for PvP. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm just terrible, you know? That's more likely the fact. Here's the ShadowScythe right there. I hit I hit the forward button on my screen. There's a lot of latency. I'm sure these are East Coast servers. And he goes down. Wow, okay. So I've been in a few Blood Reds. I was recording, but without audio for a while. I've probably fought against the ShadowScythe like 4 or 5 times at this point. Yeah. From what I've gathered so far, the class is really tanky. It's got like a VHL level of damage resistance, it seems like. Oh boy, that's 2v1. I'm not taking that. Now, I think I haven't read through the class design notes. I'm probably going to put this in the video after I read through the design notes for the class. So I don't really know what the skills or like abilities or... I know it's a PvP class because they're testing it in Blood Red. And they tweeted about it and everything. So they definitely want people to be in Blood... I just got insta-killed, okay. They definitely want people to be in Blood Reds for the testing. So it's definitely a Blood Red class. And it seems like it does very well at doing that. Although Blood Red's like, I don't know. I don't really enjoy doing them. And I enjoy 1v1 PvPs a lot more than I enjoy Blood Reds. I just feel like skill timing and countering and stuff matters a lot more in 1v1 than it does in a Blood Red. Oh, there's Cheese Wizard. There's a stun. There's me doing 200 with a class that normally hits for 1,000. 1,000 plus. 196. Like, the amount of damage resistance on that class is insane. That's what I'm taking away from this. Like, you can't kill it if you can't do any damage to it. Maybe it's just my class being bad, but I don't know. I'm used to using my class. I use it all the time. Oh, he's dead. How many? 4 people took him down. I was in an instance earlier where there was 3 of us in a room, and one of Cheese Wizard. It was Cheese Wizard on the enemy team. 3 of my teammates were all hitting him. I'm healing. I'm, you know, doing the stuff, HOT, stuff like that. Like a 500 HOT popped off. He kills me with a 500 HOT active on me. And with big hits, I guess. I guess that class hits for big. And then he takes out the other 2 guys in the same room by himself with no help. So that class is pretty nutty. Pretty nuts. Look at that. 200, 200, 200. I'm hitting constantly for 200. Ooh. Alright, so there you go. You got to see what the class does in PvP. If this is the end of the video, thanks for watching. I'll probably cut something else in here, but thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel. There'll be a news video up today also. Bye-bye. Added a new supported creative system, so if you play Fortnite and you want to support me, you can do that now by clicking the button in the shop and typing my name in there, Korey X. Feel free to add me on Fortnite if you want to play with me whenever. Usually when I'm off stream, I don't like play with other people. Usually I'm playing solo games. That's what I like to do off stream. But yeah, if I've ever streamed it and you guys want to play with me, I stream this game on my Twitch all the time. So you can check me out there, and you can support me in Fortnite if you'd like to do so. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.